I'm in international heaven. Nothing but internationals as far as the eye can see. Wait a minute. Hey guys, welcome back from Classic Work. I got another good one for y'all today. Sorry for such a long post. I've been real busy here lately. Had a lot going on, worked a shutdown and had all kinds of stuff going on, and bought a new truck, so this is what we're getting into. I'd like to introduce y'all to my new service truck. It's going to be kind of a long-term project, got a lot wrong with it, but it's going to be a great one. This here is a 1989 International S-Line. It's got DT466 in it. It's mechanical motor, not electronic. It's got a 6-speed, I think it's a Fuller transmission in it. No air brakes on this one, but it's got this huge 10-ton, 20,000-pound crane. I'm not sure what style it is. There's no markings or anything on it. Maybe somebody can tell me a little bit about it if y'all know anything about it. But the truck, you may be looking over there, the Charlotte, North Carolina. This truck originally came from Virginia. It was a utility company, something like Ford County or some kind of power company had it, and they put poles up with it. It's got an auger attachment on it. So on the side, the auger's in the back of the truck. But they ran it for a number of years. I imagine this thing was killer back in its time, back in the 90s. But it's still a great truck. I mean, it's got a lot to still offer. The folks that had it were in catfish seining business, and they ran it for a little while, but I mean, it's old. That's the biggest reason they got rid of it. But it's got a PTO winch on the front of it. I'm not sure what size that is. Maybe some of y'all can tell me out there. Everything still works on it. The motor's in real good shape. But yeah, it's going to be one hell of a nice truck. I mean, it's got a lot of life left in it, and I'm going to pull it back and get it roadworthy and everything like that again. Tell you a little bit about it. I bought it a few weeks ago, and we were driving it home, and my dad was following me, and I noticed you couldn't get it up to a very high speed. Wasn't trying to anyways. The tires are real bad, dry rotted. But we were going down the road. I think I got it up to like 35 miles an hour, and it wouldn't pull its last gear. And my dad flagged me down, said sparks and stuff were coming out from under the undercarriage of the truck, and both the front brakes were hung up. So I was driving down the road with both front brakes hung up. So we didn't make it 4 miles down the road, which was probably a blessing, because we found out after we parked it here that it had no oil in the rear end or the transmission. So that was a blessing in disguise. So we're here at a good friend of mine and my dad's place here. He let it stay here while we're trying to work on it, and we're gonna try to get it going again. I've got some calipers for it. That's been an aggravating ordeal. These old trucks, they had like 7 or 8 different calipers that fit them through all these different year models, but I think we finally got the right ones. So we're getting there slowly. But anyways, guys, wish me luck. Hopefully we can get it back today, get it back to the inner sanctum. So let's get after it. Let's get started. Since so many people requested it, behold, penetrating oil. Okay, I'm a firm believer in rebuilding old parts, but sometimes it just isn't worth it. It's better to go ahead and replace them with new parts. There we go. Looks like that's gonna come out okay. A lot of times you won't get that lucky. Yeah, usually the old parts are much better than new ones that you can buy. They won't last as long. A lot of times you're more acceptable to get defective parts. If it's working, then don't replace it, in other words. But every now and then you have to. Brakes are one of those things that very hard to deal with to get them working correctly. So it's better to replace them with new if you can. Screwdriver on that one. Okay. Now this junction up here is where we're gonna have problems, if we're gonna have any. A lot of times these lines here don't like to let go. All you guys out there that have never worked on brakes, do yourself a favor, get you a set of line wrenches. That's what these are right here. If you don't, you're gonna round that over and then you're gonna fight it for the next possibly 2 to 3 weeks trying to get it out. So do yourself a favor, get a line wrench. Let's see here. Alright, that ain't coming. So we're gonna have to resort to cuss words. Shouldn't take much, but we're gonna need some. I told somebody the other day, if you can't get it to move with heat, then it's a lot more broke than you think it is. A little bit more on this side. Do it there. Poof, poof, poof. Whoa, holy crap. Wow. Huh. Never seen that happen before. We boiled the brake fluid out of her. Huh. Well, I guess we tested it. Oh. I have never seen that. That's crazy. I must have got it a little too hot. So let's see if the fitting will come off now. Let's see here. Yeah, it's loose as a goose now. I guess it would be with all that pressure on there. Huh. That's a first. I'm glad we're replacing these lines, because that probably would have blown out. Huh. All the fun stuff you witness. You know, what are the odds of me catching that on film? Every time I try to catch something cool like that happen, it don't normally happen. That's hilarious though. Come on, buddy. I'm sure somebody's writing in the comments right now, like, yeah, that's what happens when you heat stuff, it blows up. I said I've never seen nothing like that happen. I've heated a lot of stuff. Alright, that ought to be out. Well, maybe not quite. Feels loose. Grab some pliers. I guarantee if you brake check this truck, then that definitely would have caused somebody to have a bad day. And there she is. Cool. Glad I got a replacement hose. It does look pretty dry rotten. Well, it don't look that bad. The fuller let go, the cramp. Huh, that's interesting. Well, hopefully that's all the excitement I have for today. Ugh. Alright, now these calipers here, they're a little different than most. They got kind of a wedge system in them. Now the reason that came off so easy was we've had this caliper off. We had to, when the brakes were locking up, we had to free these up. Now this one, if I'm not mistaken, it was locked up, but it wasn't near as bad as the driver's side. We almost had to beat it off with a sledgehammer. It was terrible. But this one here was much better. Ta-da. Alright. Come on, big boy. Still trying really hard to hold on. Come on now. There's the bar. She still ain't wanting to give up. Them pads there got a lot of life left in them. Look at that. It's not bad, not down to the wear marks yet. This one down there's got a lot of meat left on it. So we're gonna put them back on. Yeah, no big, huge grooves in it. That's good. Grab my other caliper. Move this settling hose. Alright. And the bad thing was about these, I was gonna fix this yesterday when I had my dad to help me, but he had work to do today, so I'm all by myself. But I guess it worked out good because I probably wouldn't have filmed it if Dad would have been with me. My dad's a little camera shy, if you know what I mean. So yeah, wouldn't have got to see a brake line blow up. That was, like I said, that was a new one for me. Alright, that's all back on there, nice and snug. We'll put our keeper back in. Now, these things are kind of neat how they work. You've got this kind of like a spring, like a locking spring, and you got this wedge, and you'll face it kind of up like that, stick it up under there if it'll go. You have to kind of coax it around, but you'll start it in there and then put your wedge back in like so. And as you tap it in there, it will drive itself. Oh, a little too far. There you go. Cool. I think we've actually got a new screw in the kit, so, or a new bolt. I'm gonna use it because I think it's got some Loctite on it. Oh, we got a new keeper as well. Probably ought to put that in there, but already in there now. Be the only thing new on that. Alright, that ought to be tight enough. And there you go. That's all it takes. Put one of these calipers on. Not bad. Other great thing is, you know, the hood lifts completely up, so you got lots of room to work. Alright, I just got to get these little plugs out, and we'll put the lines on. Alright, we got the line put back on. Nothing really much to it. I will have to say, if you didn't have a replacement line, you'll have to I don't know how to explain it. You have to thread it onto the caliper and spin the caliper on instead of spinning the line on, which is a pain in the butt. But anyways, we got to put our fitting back on here. Everything's nice and cool now. So we're gonna stick this in there like so, and it's got a little keeper in my deal. But you have to fit up inside a little old ring. I gotta get a hammer. I'll tell you what, I normally don't like fooling with brakes, but these here, especially since the truck's been sitting for 10 years, have not been that bad. A lot better than drum brakes on a truck this big. Almost got her. There we go. I think that's it. Alright. What we gotta do now is thread that hard line onto the soft line. Oh, careful not to bend the crap out of it. There we go. Like a glove. I can tell somebody been working on this line. They done kind of boogered it up a little bit. But yeah, heat's your best friend most of the time until it blows lines out. Oh, hold that down. Back around. Yep. Grab my line wrench. 5/8. There we go. We're getting there. Slowly. Little turn. That'll do it. And guys, we're all guilty of it sometimes, but don't over tighten things. You know, look at the size of the fastener versus how much torque you think you should put on it. Don't put 100 foot-pounds on a 1/4 inch bolt. You probably won't take it. A lot of things don't break stuff. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, let's put the tires on, then the hard part comes. I'm gonna try to bleed these brakes by myself. Put some brake fluid in this joker. I know it leaked most of it out. filled a little bit over because it's gonna be a lot. We'll have to check it frequently. This truck, it got power brakes. I think it does. So we'll have to crank the engine. Alright, we'll call old starter. It's been a week, so should be okay. So all I'm gonna do is start the engine and pump the brakes. Well, we do know we're getting fluid. That's what happens when you don't put the bleeder back in. It shot all the way to that tire. Brakes must have real good pressure then. Alright guys, here's the moment of truth. It's 18 miles to the shop, so hopefully we can make that. Let's give her a spin. I don't know how much of this I'm going to be able to film, because I'm going to have to concentrate too. Oh, but it ought to be a trip. I don't know how well this is gonna work. Probably not too well. But I'm gonna try and see, eh? Make sure we got everything essential. Got a crescent wrench, got rags, got extra brake fluid. I got all my documentation. I know 18 miles doesn't seem far, but when you're by yourself, it does. Go. Road kill it. This is going to be too bumpy for most of y'all. I'm just going to take my word for it and see how we do. Well, we made it past where I broke down last time, so I think we're doing okay. I'm not going too fast on these bad tires. I'm doing about maybe 35. I've got something hanging up in the drivetrain. I think it's emergency brake. And it's making quite a bit of racket. You might can hear it. Kind of hard to tell, but I noticed it when we were on the dirt road. But it ain't getting any louder, so I think we're okay. The truck actually drives really well for setting up as long as it has. I mean, I can let go of the steering wheel and it tracks pretty straight, so of course we're not going that fast either, but it's doing okay. Keep on going down the road. You can really hear that, whatever that is, at low speed. Hear it? Yeah, we're going to fix that. Well, I'm glad I pulled over. Stopped to eat lunch here. We're at the halfway mark, a little over. And this back brake on the driver's side, she's getting pretty warm. So it's a good thing I stopped. So I'm gonna let them cool off and we'll hit it again after lunch. So, but everything else seems to be okay. I don't see any fluid pouring out anywhere. just this one brake, so I think we can make it. We got 8 miles to go, so I think we're gonna be all right. Won't that wheat look pretty? Look at the field. I think all that noise I've been hearing, it's that back brake hanging up. I've never heard a brake make that kind of noise, but I've never seen a brake line blow up before either, so yeah. I think we're gonna be okay. We're less than, probably less than 3 miles from home now, so we'll see how it goes. We're either gonna make it or break it. Well, I pulled over on the side of the road. I had an 18-wheeler pass me, and I could smell my back brake getting hot again. So we're less than a mile from town, so I think we're gonna be all right. But yeah, that was definitely interesting. Well, we made it home, guys. I got me a victory beverage. Had to make a small stop. Man, yeah, though. Well, we got her back home in one piece, and I gave her a wash job. That was exciting, pulling that into the car wash downtown. And I've cleaned out the back and everything, but I was going to show y'all probably what y'all want to see the most, which is the crane on the truck. We'll fire her up real quick and I'll let you see it. This has got the PTO that you pull out, that the mash clutch in, put her in gear, stop the transmission, pull it out, there you go, take it out of gear, release your clutch, PTO's running. Alright. This thing's pretty neat how it works. It's got 2 outriggers on it. It's got a standard just push out type, and it's got like a backhoe style on the outside here to give it more stability outwards, which I didn't think I was going to like that at first, but it's extremely stable, so not bad. I would let them down to show y'all, but this cylinder's leaking terrible right now, so I'm gonna leave it up. It ain't like we're picking up a load with it. Gas pedal right here. Rev the engine up. And you see I got a bad cylinder leak there. A lot of this stuff's gonna have to be repacked. See it turning. Pretty slick. It's got power extension and everything. I'm just gonna set it back down. To fix on here. Let me rev the engine back down. Oh, this spring right here is not letting it tension all the way. But yeah, got to fix all that. Of course, got no tail lights and a lot of little stuff. Got some boogered up welds everywhere, but it does work. The main things that's wrong with it, other than main boom, it's got a huge leak on it. I'm gonna have to repack the cylinder. Let me know in the comments if y'all want to see anything like that done. I've done several cylinders, so it ought to be pretty good watch. And the winch up here, something's wrong with it. Somebody, if you don't mind, if y'all know what type of crane this is, I know it's a Digger Derrick, but if you could tell me what brand it is, that would be extremely helpful. I think that's a Tulsa winch up there. Yes, that is a Tulsa. So it's a mean some gun. It's probably rated at, if I were to guess, maybe 15,000 pounds. There's a lot of metal up there, I know that. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a great truck. Got a lot of high hopes for it. Big thing I'm gonna do now is take all the boxes off. Everything on the top's coming off. And I'll start putting back what I like, where I want it. Cut all this stuff off. All that bracing, they must have been picking stuff up incorrectly with it and broke a bunch of stuff, but I'm gonna take it off because that's gonna get in the way. And if something breaks, it'll be my fault. But yeah, I like it a lot. It's cool. It really is. Well, I did try the winch, and I can't get it to work yet. I have to work on that a little bit. We'll get it figured out though. One thing I was going to say is the truck drives like really well. Like I've driven some big trucks that drove like absolute garbage, but this ain't one of them. It handles itself really well, so I'm impressed, especially with wore out tires and everything. Put it over here, call it a day. Well, guys, ooh. Well guys, I hope you got something out of it and hope you enjoyed it. Till next time, like, comment, do what all you guys like out there. And once again from Classic Work, y'all take care and I'll see y'all next time.